My next guest is coming off a huge win this past weekend against Chris Gruetzemacher at UFC Fight Night on December 4th. It's Claudio Puelles back here on the program. Claudio, how are you, sir?
Hey, James, how are you? Very good. Very happy after my recent win. And yeah, just back here in Florida, uh, relaxing a little bit for the holidays, but still training, never stop.
Yeah, and what a win that was. Third round submission victory. What was the game plan heading into the fight? And do you feel like you executed it? You got the win, but I know sometimes, you stray away from the game plan at times. It can happen, right?
I mean, I was doing what I wanted to do before the third round. So I was on my game plan, which was get a takedown early in the first round, like try to tire him out a little bit, which is kind of like a tough thing to do because he never tires. but I mean, my job was my game plan was to like kick him a lot, like don't like try to stop him like coming forward like by kicking him very hard and then go for the takedown. So I kind of did a couple mistakes, but like that's a fight game.
Yeah.
I also was able to win round 1 and 2 and then finish him in the third. So what else could I ask for?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And was there anything at all that surprised you that maybe you weren't expecting in the fight?
No, he was all that I expected. I knew he was gonna be a tough guy, like a veteran, someone who probably not the most like technical guy, but he was gonna go in there and try to win the fight the way he could, which was like by staying in my face like crazy the whole time, and fighting that type of fight that not many guys do, but he kind of have that style.
Yeah. That makes sense. I don't know if you were aware of this. At one point going into the fight, you were actually the betting underdog. Were you surprised the line was that close? Because I think, with your age and just the win you had prior, I would have figured you would have been, the betting favorite throughout the entire sort of leading up to the fight.
That's weird. I mean, they all told me I was the favorite the whole time.
Yeah, when the line closed, but I know like I think a week before I noticed you were the underdog heading in, which I thought was interesting. So I'm not sure. I guess the public was on your side. Maybe the odds makers weren't, if that makes sense. Because usually they'll put the lines out and then the public will bet one way or the other. But I know at one point you were an underdog, and I was like, I can't believe you're plus money here. This is crazy.
Yeah, like and what happens? Like if you bet at that moment, like you stay with that line.
Yeah, so you'll get that line, but what'll happen is if more people keep betting the line, you'll eventually become the favorite, if that makes sense, because the money that shifts the line, if that makes sense.
But the money does not stay the same then. Like
it'll change. So let's say I bet on you in your fight, and then you bet on you in your fight. The line will continue to get smaller in favor of you because the line will go less away from your opponent, if that makes sense. So it's like the public has the ability to change the betting line, if that makes sense. Little betting 101 here.
I understand that part, but my question is, what like if I bet at the moment that I'm the underdog?
Yeah.
Like, let's say I win the fight. Like, do I get the amount of money that I would have?
Yes. Whatever line that is that you bet, that's what you'll get back, assuming you win, right?
You should have told me I was the underdog.
I'll tell you next time. I'll give you the heads up next time we do an or before we do a fight. But yeah, I just remember at one point you were the underdog, and I found that surprising just because, again, you're younger. You came off a really big win. I figured there was no doubt you were going to be the favorite. But anyways, doesn't matter. You got the win anyways. Was there any point you thought maybe you wouldn't get the finish because it was a third round finish, but were you pretty confident you were going to get it done?
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't like crazy confident that I was gonna get a finish. I was crazy confident that I was gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
And the finish just present itself. Like I'm always looking for the finish. So
yeah,
at any moment, I'm not like trying to win a decision, but I'm trying to win the fight. That's what I'm trying to do. Like win the fight the whole time. So what that means is I'm trying to advance position. I'm trying to throw some hard strikes. And I'm looking for submissions, because all those like things I mentioned is like ways of winning a fight. Like it may happen like if I finish the submission, I win the fight. If I land like a hard shot, I may get a knockout, and if I just like keep on like controlling and advancing position, I may win a decision. So I'm just like looking for whatever way to like win the fight.
Right.
So I found a submission in the third round, and I took it. I just took it, so it happened. But it was not like my plan to like finish it that late. It just
Right. Yeah. No, for sure. I was just curious because, again, as the fight's going on, you're like, oh, maybe I won't get it. But hey, the biggest thing is the win, and you got that, and you got the finish. So it really worked out well. And that was going to be my next question. How did you celebrate after that win? Because that was a huge victory. Always nice getting the finish. No doubt in anyone's mind that you got the win. So how did you celebrate after?
brother, I haven't celebrated yet.
You're saving it up?
I've been spending some time with my girlfriend here back home. Well, in Florida. I'm gonna see my dad in a little bit. We're gonna have some lunch. He lives here in Florida as well, so yeah, we're just gonna do that. Then I'm gonna go and buy some stuff for my apartment, which I just moved, and I basically have it empty. So I need to buy some furniture,
Okay.
some stuff for the apartment. So yep. Well, that's my celebration. I don't really enjoy like partying or stuff like that right after my fight. I mean, I can do that like maybe a week after with my friends or whatever, but I don't really like going out like the night of the fight. I always like more like eating and relaxing. That's the
Yeah.
stuff I like. So yeah, that's been my. Doesn't sound like nothing crazy my celebration, but
No, hey, it's good. Listen, I get it, especially when you've been dieting during camp. You don't want to kind of overdo it with eating too much or whatever, right? So that definitely makes sense. What's been the feedback like since the win? Because again, that was a really impressive finish. I'm sure a lot of the fans reaching out and giving you props. How was that after the fight?
man, it really surprised me some of the stuff they've been telling me, which I took the right way. People been, wow, man, you had a great performance. Like that's like a lot of evolution. And I'm like, okay, thank you, but I find it a little odd because like I know that like my coaches were telling me, yeah, you made it a little harder than you should have, and that may sound like a little harsh, but it is true. Like
Mhm.
the only people that see the level I'm at is my coaches because they see me at the gym, they see that
Yeah.
the actual level I have. So sometimes like it doesn't go exactly how you like. You sometimes you don't show like everything on fight night. I mean that should be the show. That should be the thing. You need to perform, and I perform. Like I
Yeah.
perform because I have friends that are very good, but they just like don't perform on fight night, and that's what it's all about. Like you can be the best in the gym, but not the best in the octagon. So I kind of hold like a point in between. Like I'm good enough in the octagon, but I still haven't showed like my full potential. But I feel like I believe every fight more in my potential and in what I can do with my powers, and uh, that's something that coming together with age as well. Like maybe before I knew like I was very good, but maybe I didn't believe it enough. And every fight, every year that's passed, I've been getting there, like closer and closer.
When are you looking to get back in there? I'm sure you want to enjoy the holidays a bit. You looking sort of early next year? When would you like to have your next fight?
Uh, yeah, so not that early because
Mhm.
I love also having time to get better. Not like fighting like back to back is awesome, but I'm young, so I still have a lot of like a good like 10 years ahead of me. So I
Of
don't like
course, yeah.
rushing in fights. I rather like, of course, I want to have like at least like 3 fights a year, but I also want some time to get better. So when you're only like fighting all the time, sometimes you get injured or you don't have enough time to like work on skills. So yeah, but for sure, I want to fight in the first quarter of the year. So I'd say like before April, my birthday like April 21st. So I'd like to do like a fight before that.
Okay. And any opponents in mind, or you just leave that up to your coaches and management? Are there any fun style matchups you're sort of looking at in the division?
Uh, no, I'll just leave that to my management. Uh,
Mhm.
they'll like send me some option. I'll just like talk to my coaches and just accept the fight. Yeah, like I've always done. Easy.
Great. And my last question: what are the plans for the holidays? I know you said you're staying in Florida. You're just gonna, hang out with your family and just sort of take it easy. Anything planned for the holidays?
Okay, so that I've been like thinking a lot about yesterday. Uh, with my girlfriend, like we've been talking like what we're gonna do, and so we're not going to Peru this time, but we're not
Mhm.
entirely staying in Florida. We might do like a multi-city trip inside the U.S. Like there's a lot of places I don't know here, and come on, we've got like 50 states, so
Mhm.
I really want to get to know some cities that I don't know. The only bad thing is that there's like a lot of snow and like bad time right now because it's like winter. But
Mhm.
I'll just look like the best like places to visit in wintertime in the states, and yeah, I'll just do like a multi trip, get to know a little more around, and yeah, that's gonna be my holidays, my vacations.
Sounds like a plan. And congrats again on the win, Claudio. That was really, really impressive. Just remind people where they can get a hold of you on social media. And if you have any sponsors or shoutouts, I'll give you the last word.
Okay. Follow me on. You can follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm at the most. It's Claudio_Puelles. My name basically, so it's not hard.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, not many sponsors yet, but I'm getting a hold of a couple right now. So
there you go.
We'll see you on that. Hey, but thank you for the interview, James. Happy to be here in your program again. Nothing. Keep killing it.